I mean, it's a problem because, like, the whole development, the problem about game development is it doesn't produce any income when the development happens. Like, if it's not out yet, obviously. That's the problem. It just costs money as long as it's still development. So that's kind of the problem for the business side of things.
Yeah.
Murder's on the side of the publishers.
No, I'm not saying that crunch should be a thing. Absolutely not. But that's just basically the basic reason. Also, there's people that are greedy bastards. That's of course also. But like, if we expect the best out of people, then that's the reason.
There's a need for R&D in pretty much every industry. So it is expected that during R&D you're not making money.
Research and development. Sandy. Yep. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's also fair, I guess. But that's what happens with, like, I guess, cars and stuff. I guess that's why they're a bit expensive, because, like, all the research and stuff into new engine stuff, or, like, whatever.
Yeah, you got to make them brum really quick.
Or, like, also new electronical things.
Yeah,
like...
Musk said something interesting about that, actually. It's not the first car that's the most expensive, it's the second one, because you're then setting up the infrastructure to make cars.
Interesting. Oh yeah, to make them in factory thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, making a prototype is also expensive. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Gotta get that money out again, somehow. Hey Liam, how are you doing?
Yep, getting that. Just time to grab some more minerals.
I took over the stream, but I hope you're not mad.
No, it's fine. I'm a bit focused right now.
Yeah, I thought you are kind of working on things anyway, so I thought you might welcome me talking about things and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, there's always the... Sorry.
It's alright, no, it's alright, I nearly fell.
Okay. Yeah, there's always the human component, right? Because I don't think that people actually work well under crunch, or at least not for a long time.
Nope.
Like, it's absolutely not the best thing for long term. I mean, sometimes, especially like if you fuck something up, then you, I guess, in working overtime a bit isn't that bad. But if you have to do it constantly, that's obviously not healthy.
Why did I think that was a good idea?
No, and I think part of the issue is that a lot of people involved in the business won't really understand development work.
Yeah.
And they won't get that maybe when you started the project, you could say like, oh, this particular part would take a year. And then you start doing it, and it turns out no, that's a 3-year sort of thing.
Yeah,
it's that's reasonably common in development.
Yeah, but I think the problem is that like the big company heads, like they're obviously like more not really most of the time don't really know much about that kind of stuff, and development is like doesn't matter if it's like games or programs. It's kind of abstract, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not really easy to explain someone what's going on that isn't versed in what's going on. Like, especially when you say, like, there's a thing, and I say you think as the expert that it's gonna take a year, but then you go into it and notice it takes 3 years. Like, I can't really wrap my head around how or why that would be. Because it's basically just like writing the code and then probably like testing it a few times. I guess the test runs might take the time. Like
so you might get a problem and you think in your head, right, well I know I can use this language because that has this library that can solve it. And then you go and do it and the results are slightly different to what you expected. And sometimes getting over that like final 5% is the big problem.
Okay, so there might be, if we're talking like programs, like not games, actually like working programs, I guess. There might be something like it's basically done, but there's just something at the end that doesn't click, that like doesn't complete it basically. So you might be 95% done, but there's like this little end thing that just messes us up.
Yeah, or it could be that the solution you've gone to is only really possible to be at maximum, like only 96% accurate to what you want.
Gotcha.
So then once you've done all that work and you've found that out and you realise that theoretically it's not going to get any better, you have to start again.
Yeah, mostly from scratch, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or it could be that the creative team have come along and said, we have to have this feature that we didn't previously talk about.
Yeah.
And that breaks sort of a lot of work that's been done so far, in which case they have to start that again.
Speaking of, we should probably talk about that project thing properly. I wanted to message you, but I didn't have the head for it. I'm gonna do that after the stream.
Wow.
Not because I want to scrutinize you or anything, I just want to talk about you how we're gonna do that.
Scrutinised.
Yeah, scrutinize, buddy.
Sounds a bit sexy. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think that might be also the problem on why some games, specifically coming back to the topic that people are interested in, just linger in what they call development hell, or used to be, I guess. Because they might be like, oh yeah, we're basically done. But then they notice like some weird bug at the end or whatever that just doesn't really work out, or like something dumb that's just at the end like breaking everything or whatever. Like
Yeah,
some
or-
solution that just, yeah.
So like the most famous one is like recently is Duke Nukem.
Yeah. So
Is that how many years that took?
Yeah, do you know why that was? Was that ever public?
Yeah, so they got quite far in completing the game quite a few times, but it just took them so long that by the time they got near a release, the engine they were using wasn't as impressive as when they started.
Yeah. And then they
And-
decided to go on to a new one, right?
Exactly, which meant they had to do a lot of the work again, and it just went in hell from there. And
Yeah.
having the funding to have a team constantly work on it, I think that was a big issue as well.
Yeah. And I think the project got bought, sold like a few times. Different studios, different publishers.
Yeah.
But why? Oh, I thought there was like something specific in the code or whatever.
No, like the most common thing was they'd, be like 90% done, and then the trouble is it didn't look as good as all of the other games coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
So they had to redo a lot of it.
And then it came out and it still didn't look as good as other games at the time.
Yeah, it was an okay game. It was
Ugly.
fun, but it wasn't, like fucking 20 years or whatever it was.
Yeah, it wasn't worth that. Yeah, I played it a bit not too long ago on one of my random game streams. Wasn't really that like thrilled about it.
No.
Probably like back in the day, you might have reason to play it. Nowadays, no. Am I gonna sleep or did you just sleep?
I just jumped into bed to just set the spawn point.
Oh, gotcha. I thought we were gonna have a sleepy do.
Nope, not yet.
Gonna have a sleepover.
And we can do if people are wanting one, but
Steps performed for the Queen. Interesting.
I haven't heard anyone say they wanted one.
They may still working on your arrow.
Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit longer yet.
That's fine. I don't have anywhere to be.
Probably going to be looking at finishing at 1:30. I'm just waiting for some metal to cook.
Yeah.
Let me go pee real quick. Be right back.
Oh, sneeze. Yeah, it's like, especially with development, it's like, do you get that every now and then where it's like especially when you work at like a medium-sized or big company where it's like, oh, can you do this and that? And they basically think it's like easy to implement, but you're like, oh no.
Yeah, quite often, but also the other way, like, yeah. Oh, fuck me, hold on.
Okay.
So very often someone will say, "Can we do this?" Explain it all, and they're like, "It's very simple. That must be easy."
Yeah.
But it's not actually as easy as it sounds.
Yeah.
It'll be very difficult. And then other times they can come and spend like half an hour explaining something to you that sounds very complicated, but really, when you look into it, it's 5 minutes work.
Oh, well.
So it goes both ways all the time. But the worst one is though when they say, "How long will it take?"
Yeah. I
There's
don't
no
know.
way of knowing. And quite often it's like, we're going to give you this data and you're going to need to do this work based on it. How long will it take? And it's
Yeah.
like, you haven't given me the data yet.
Yeah.
I don't even know what problems I'm going to have to fix with what you're providing me before I can start.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
So, I think really basically, I actually have like kind of a field example of that. I actually talked about to Godfrey about this. So I imported a table, a spreadsheet, table from Wikipedia into a Google Drive doc, and I wanted to. So it was a list of all video racing games ever they have on Wikipedia. And I wanted to, so it has like name, publishers, release date, and consoles it released on. So what I basically want to do is I wanted to get rid of everything that's not PlayStation 2. So I have a list of PlayStation 2 racing games. So I thought, okay, I'm putting it in the spreadsheet, using filters, deleting the ones I don't need, easy peasy. 10 minutes work maybe. Then I noticed, I cannot set filters in Google Drive if there's joined pass cells. So I couldn't really figure out how to fix that. So I went through every game by itself and deleted the ones I don't need. Until I had like I went down to G, I believe, and then I could just disjoint the rest, like just the few that were remaining that were joined. So that was like, this was gonna be easy. And oh god, it's gonna take me an hour because I thought I'm gonna have to look through everything like manually. But yeah, like simple stuff like that, basically, right? That could also happen, I guess. Like where you think it's gonna be, easy peasy, 10 minutes done. They're like, I have to fix this shit, man. This is like manual labor, basically.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I mean with problems with data. People will send you a file and say, there's everything you need, but the data's fucked.
Yeah, especially with like mid-40s people that have no idea what's going on, and their Excel sheets from 1952. Liam, are we boring you?
Yep.
Oh.
Replying to a message. Sorry, Dad. I'm just, letting you guys crack on.
No, but you also were just like stroking your beer for a few minutes for some reason.
I'm waiting for fucking. I always do that, and I'm waiting for fucking iron to cook.
Oh, iron.
Annoyingly, we don't have super fast furnaces on this mode.
Can't you use weren't blaster furnaces for Matt? Or was that no the smokers? Isn't that also blasters here?
No, you can. There's. Blast furnaces work, but like they're not that much quicker. Plus, this was set up really quickly. I haven't had a chance to actually do like a good automated thing yet. That's why I've just got a block of like 9 here.
Why are you not dividing the iron onto all the furnaces?
That would have been a smart thing to do. It's too late now.
Is it too late now to divide the iron?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Make choo-choo tracks.
I just need it to be daytime now, and I'm good.
Oh, you can sleep.
We just tried that, and nobody else slept, so.
I mean, we can. Yeah, but then you said no, I'm not gonna sleep. So
That's fine. I'm
let's
already
sleep.
running back now. It's fine.
Godful, are you gonna sleep?
I will be able to when I get off the train.
Okay, Liam isn't gonna sleep anymore. Fuck him.
Made me want to set things on fire.
So, are you going to sleep or not?
No, I'm fucking running now. I've already left the village.
Go train. Go taxi. Go. Okay, what's going on in chat? Liam, do you want to read, or should I read you?
You can read. It's to do with what you were talking about, so.
I had that at my old shop. Wire in a motor. 5 minutes. Boss thinks an hour. Wire an entire electrical panel. A day or more. Boss thinks 2 hours. Just a case of people being in charge of things they don't understand. Yeah. Yeah, they're
The
also
fun
like
ones.
yeah, sorry.
Or the fun ones where they say, how long will it take you to wire in this motor down here? You say 5 minutes, and then you go and actually go to do it, and there's no motor there.
Well, This is making this more difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Just one example of what could happen.
Yeah. So is it like, in IT, right? Is it like, common that you actually only have a task, like each guy gets a task, or is it like, more multiple working on one task, or is it like just whatever comes along or whatever you want to do, you do, or like one part is one guy, or like, for example, you only do one part of IT work and I do the other part, or like specializing in different parts or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the company and the work and the task, really.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
Yeah, because I mean, like just saying IT is as broad as saying engineering.
Yeah,
there's
no,
all sorts of engineering even.
I did realize that in the middle of my sentence, but I didn't want to, like, I was like, I'm too committed now, so if I stop now, I'm sounding dumb, so I'm just gonna commit to it. You know? And the rails. And I win. Down the rails. Quadful is the strong, independent IT man, so it's all his problem. Yes, I think that's how it works.
Sort of. Not all of it, nicely. Because all of my clients buy the piece of software that I specialise in from another company that also offers them support.
Okay,
So-
so your bonus support.
Yeah, basically, when they say, no, you can't do that, that's impossible, they phone me up.
And then you tell them, no, I can't do that.
No, and then I fucking do
And then
it.
he does it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the very first instance of this happening was there's a report that we used to have to do for a customer, which was basically just send them every single price for every product we had on the system.
Yeah.
And their solution took at least 6 hours to run.
Jeez.
So you'd press the button, you'd wait 6 hours, and then you'd have to put up with phone calls all day from this client saying we need this like hours ago.
Yeah.
So then I had to go at it, and in an afternoon I had a version that would run in under 5 minutes. It was very, very fun when we had one of their consultants come in, and the MD of that company made me show it to him. He was like, oh, you remember that thing that's really shit? Look at this version.
Well, how did he react?
He just sort of raised his eyebrows a bit. He was like, oh, well done, and changed the
Oh,
subject.
So it wasn't like, oh, this is like, you can't do that like this, like, that's not okay. Okay.
No.
Like, oh, that's interesting.
But,
Anyway.
that is the company I'll be going to work for, though, next year.
Nice. I want to
Yeah,
ask-
exactly what Shiv said is I think inside was fucking brick. I do have a feeling that I am partly hired because I'm probably costing them money in support fees they could be charging.
Yeah. So, yeah, so is it like, are you actually just allowed to make, because I thought that there may be like a legal issue if you just make, let's say, if you just work on their modify their program without their thing and stuff, you know?
I don't modify their program.
Okay.
I use it better.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, so I thought
usually by bypassing the actual program itself. So I set something up outside of the program, and then I have the program call that outside thing.
Great program, yeah? That's what you're saying. You would recommend to a friend.
It's not. It's really hard to say. It definitely suffers from management not understanding development work.
Gotcha.
They put more resources into shutting customers up than they do making a good program. So instead of spending time building a very robust bit of software,
Yeah.
they just cobble on features to, like they'll put on band-aids to very quickly
Yeah.
answer customers' queries, and then that'll fuck them over in a year's time. apart from that, it's really good software.
I have a feeling that's actually like something a lot of these companies do for some reason. It's like I don't know. Seems to be a common thing.
And too much of it is behind a paywall, so you get modules, and they range from $5,000 up to like 30 grand.
Jesus Christ.
But a lot of the stuff that I would do would bypass the need to buy a module.
Gotcha. Yeah, but that's not the point. But they sell less product then, so you need to be burned into a fire. Need to be burned into a fire. Yeah, that's English. Liam, nice train hub.
Yeah, I think this will work.
It's kind of cute. We definitely need time post for that though.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. I'll get it done at some point. I just want to get the basic shit done.
So what train lines connects that now?
So that way is Neverton. That way is Jestopia. And that way is Murder upon Gull, or whatever you've called it.
Murder upon Gull, yes. Interesting.
Oh, they all activate. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Cool. Well, that's me done. Let me just run back to the village. We can call it a stream if everyone's good.
Yep.
Need to get a door and gate and shit for that. That's fine. I just got a DM on Discord saying, "Are you a voice actress? I have several questions." Such as, how did you get this number? How much did the job pay?
Yeah.
Etc. etc.
Is it porn? Am I doing porn work?
Guess what? It is now after dark. Okay, cool. What sex story do you want today?
Penis.
Penis. I've got several involving those. Most of my sex stories involve penis, to be honest.
Yo.
If not all of them. Because...
Have you ever been weirdly confused by someone's penis?
No. And
So, like, for example, okay, let me explain. So, for example, like, I don't know, maybe like in a sports room or whatever, like in a changing room or like in a bathroom or whatever. Like you like by accident catch, or like someone's bulge or whatever. You like catch it by a glance or whatever. You're like, what the fuck is that? Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
The British are very good at hiding themselves in changing rooms, unlike the Germans.
yeah, I was once in a changing room when I was in high school, really confused because some guy had a banana for a wang. I mean, what kind of weird penises are you looking at, Murdo?
It's not. No, I'm not saying that I had that stuff.
Okay,
Just
sure.
Just asking if you had that experience.
No.
Or if somebody else had something like that.
Hi, chat. Tell us about your weird dongs.
Arya probably has a story for that.
Don't look confused, Jester. You effing asked him. You brought this on us. What? I didn't ask him anything.
You did. I agree.
That's shit.
Shiv is my ally.
I'm just trying to make a frickin' train fucking platform, and everyone's like, "What's your favorite dong?"
This guy's dick was purple. Oh yeah, I need more explanation for that story.
Aubergine? What are you talking about?
Aubergine. What do you mean this guy's dick was purple? I mean, what kind of purple? Like no oxygen purple or like plum purple? Was it like a weird color, like a really freaky purple, or like a? And it had a corner. What?
Okay, this is the last story, and then I'm ending the stream.
Okay, please do. What do you mean a corner? What?
Sounds fairly self-explanatory, though. There was a corner.
One a cock ring too long purple. Well, did the penis have a 90-degree angle, or what's going on? Did it like turn hard left? If I used the deluxe color chart, it would probably be Thunder or Somber Sunsets. Did you just look at the freaking color chart to see what kind of purple colors? Name is sport again.
I'm about to fucking message Murdo. Shut up.
He was scotting, actually. What is scotting? Bengal, do you know?
Nope.
Do you know what sex? Scottish, okay.
Ah, yes. Scottish well known for their different coloured penises.
Bengal, how does babies have one?
I'm not having that conversation with you. Ask your mother.
What for?
I'm not your
I was
mother.
about to say.
Answer in the search query for X's.
Ask a Dynamuti.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
He said
Get
in a
asking.
thick Scottish accent, I like your bum.
Yep.
Is that Scottish?
No.
Can you say it in Scottish? For immersion.
What?
Can you do it in the Scottish accent for immersion, please?
I like your bum.
Yeah, I like your bum.
There we go. Right, ladles and jelly spoons, we are calling it end of the stream because I'm sick of Murdo's reading of not accents. Bingle, where can people find you?
In the announcement at the end.
Perfect. Murdo, where can people find you?
Or on twitch.tv/Meadow when I do things. Pikmin free. Yay.
Grotful,
Hello?
where can people find Yao?
Oh, AskJeeves.com, Google.com,
Bingo.com.
Bing.com.
Bing.com.
That's a new one.
Perfect.
Let me see if I can even find you on Ask
God. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Jester. I stream twitch.tv/Jestertainment. See the VODs, vlogs, and other videos at youtube.com/Jester on demand. To see what I'm ranting about, tweet.com/Jestertainment_, and join the Discord. It is bit.ly/JestDiscord. If you want to support the channel, if you're watching and following, you're doing a great job, and thank you so much for doing so. But if you want to do more of that, you can, of course, go to patreon.com/Jestertainment, just like my wonderful Patreon producers, who are Binglepin, who's available at twitch.tv and twitter.com as Binglepin, Murdo, who's available at twitch.tv/Murdo, and twitter.com/Murdo Heroes, Are Your Winning Son, who's available at instagram.com/Are Your Winning Son, and tiktok.com/@Are Your Winning Son, and Heckin Small B, who's available at instagram.com/Mr. Goldwhoosh. Ladies and jelly spoons, I'll be back on Thursday with Jackbox Games with the chat. Yay! But until then, check out Murdo tomorrow, twitch.tv/Murdo at 7 PM playing more Pikmin 3. But until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. For myself, Bingle, Murdo, and Grotful, it is good night, and we shall see you in the next one. See ya!
Bye.
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 And boop.